Chapter 1 Jewish Towns and Townlets. There is hardly a town or townlet in the whole of Europe not bound up with the Jewish present, that cannot tell something of Jewish history, and where the stones and the soil are not soaked with Jewish blood and Jewish tears. The very names of certain towns and townlets bring to life for us the great Jewish personalities who for generations distinguished themselves by their knowledge of the Torah, by their good deeds, and by their martyrdom. Every town and townlet has its own chapter in Jewish history. There are towns and townlets that represent in themselves complete movements and complete periods in Jewish life. Such a town, or rather townlet, was Lubavitch in Russia. During 102 years and 2 months, Lubavitch was the seat of 4 generations of Chabad Rebbes and the center of Chabad Hasidim, with hundreds of thousands of followers all over Russia, as well as in other countries. Chabad Hasidim, the founder of which was the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of blessed memory, the author of the Tanya, is 232 years old. This means that for 129 years and 10 months, Chabad Hasidim has had its center elsewhere, or was in exile. At the very beginning it was Liazna. Chabad was actually born in Liazna. Later its center was at Liadi, which, more than any other town, was connected with the name of the Alter Rebbe. Since Cheshvan 1856-76, 1915, during the First World War, when Lubavitch was evacuated and when my father of blessed memory, together with all his family, had to wander forth, Lubavitch ceased to be the seat of the Lubavitch Rebbes and the center of Chabad. But the name of Lubavitch will always be bound up with Chabad Hasidim and will ever awaken sweet memories and portray a wonderful chapter in Jewish history. Although Lubavitch only began figuring in the history and development of Chabad with the second generation of the Schneerson dynasty, this townlet nevertheless played the main role in the formation of Chabad and perhaps even of the whole of Hasidim. Indeed, its role began much earlier, when mystics and tzaddikim of various kinds and creeds influenced Jewish life and prepared the way for the saintly Rabbi Yisrael Baal Shem Tov. There were good reasons why Lubavitch was destined to play such an important role. First of all, in the lives of the secret tzaddikim and mystics, and later in the lives of the Chabad Rebbes and Hasidim. Lubavitch, on account of her geographical position, was a suitable place for people of lofty spirit. Here they could find seclusion from the outside world and devote themselves completely to the study of the Torah and the service of God, or to start a new life based on the highest and purest ethical principles of the Torah. Lubavitch, which is in the country of Molyav, by the river Dnieper in White Russia, had always been surrounded by a huge forest, which gave it the appearance of being secluded. It gave the local inhabitants a feeling of isolation, thus turning Lubavitch into a magnet for those who sought solitude and who wished to be near to God and nature. This is really the reason why so many secret tzaddikim cast in their lot with Lubavitch and put their seal upon her, creating the impression for those unacquainted with the distant past and later development of Lubavitch that the town was more legend than reality, a town of magic, with magical people, introducing an inspiring and charming chapter in Jewish life.